I am here with Ann Bosman-Foltz, the founder of the AMB Foundation and a dear friend of mine who I'm so glad you took the time out today to talk to us about the AMB Foundation. First, but I want to begin with the most important person that's dear to our hearts right now, Amy. You're not only an amazing mom of two children, Isabella and Jack, and a husband to Aaron, but you're also a little sister to a friend of mine, Amy Marie Bosman. So can you share a little bit about Amy with us?
Absolutely. Well, as you said, you graduated with Amy from Trevor High School in 1995, and then she went on to go to Northwestern University, where she graduated with honors in both political science and history. And from there, she wasn't quite sure exactly what way her path was going to go, so she applied with a program called Teach for America. She taught in inner city Houston for 2 years and worked at a pretty tough school, but made great gains with all of her students, and that experience really left an impact on her to want to continue to do more with education and social injustices, not only in the United States but around the world. From there, she did some work with the Peace Corps with a friend. She spent a summer in Madagascar building latrines and really just immersing herself in the community she was in, and they just loved her as well. And from there, she worked with a program through Amnesty International called the Guatemalan Accompaniment Program. She spent about 8 months there accompanying Guatemalan refugees. And then through all this, she was just really finding out where her passion was. After that program was completed, she applied to the University of Chicago Public Policy program. She was admitted into the Public Policy program as well as their law school, and so she was a year into the Public Policy program and would have started the law program the following year when she did pass away.
We were coming up on her anniversary of her death, March 22nd, 2003. Amy tragically passed away at the age of 25. Amy did more in her 25 years of life than what many of us can say we will do in a lifetime. She was with the poorest parts of the world, helping children, and there's going to be pictures we'll share too that just show the happiness that she brought to other children. What I remember of Amy was her contagious smile and amazing laugh, but she was a worker. Like, she gave back to the community, and not only in school was she involved in every community activity, every school activity. She was top in athletics and as well as the different involvement in school. I mean, she was just an amazing person, and even when she graduated, she carried on to all those successes that you have done. So after she had left us, a lot of us were still mourning and thinking about her, and you took action right away. You took action, and within 4 months of Amy's passing, you started the AMB Foundation in her name. What brought this idea? What got you moving, and how did you find the strength to get started on such an amazing foundation?
I definitely was just one piece of a group of people. It was actually some of her very dear friends, Lou Maroney, Karen Saznavar, Jason Clapper, Amanda Alpert, Jill Habersky. They really kind of started this and thought we need to do something. You know, her work can't just stop here. We need to keep this going. She would want this work to continue. So I, of course, was on board, very excited about it. It was really a way, I think, for me and my parents to channel our grief and our energy towards something positive. And now my husband has also jumped on board, is also a part of our team. So we got together, and it really was that core group of friends that really took it from nothing to what it is today, and all the money we raised and the groups we have helped now because of it really was just from their idea of wanting to keep her legacy going.
You are such a busy mom right now, and you keep that foundation, and the annual fundraiser that we're going to talk about in a moment, the annual golf outing that happened within the first year of her death and really made a tremendous impact. I mean, the what you've been able to do with raising funds with the AMB Foundation, one of the biggest that unless it's changed since then, but with the Boys and Girls Club.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. We are extremely proud of our contribution to the Boys and Girls Club. A few years back, they were building a brand new building, and we really wanted to be a part of that. So we have made a commitment of donating $75,000 to the Boys and Girls Club, and Amy's name will live on in the club. There is a room that is the Amy Marie Bosman Learning Center. So it's kind of perfect for her. It's a place where students can go for tutoring, to have a safe, quiet place to do homework, read books. It embodies everything.
Amy's still carrying on. Her legacy is still living through that Boys and Girls Club. But not only that, but we've also had years of scholarships to our high school. Tremper scholarship with the AMB Foundation has been able to donate for students to carry on. What are some things that the recipients do with that scholarship?
Well, we give scholarships, like you said, to Tremper High School students. They are students who must have a very high GPA and be involved in music, athletics, and volunteer their time, all of the many things that Amy did. From there, we've seen a number of different wonderful students use our scholarship to go on many things, to do great things. We have students who went to MIT. We have students who have gone on to do Doctors Without Borders, Teach for America, a lot of these very similar things that Amy did. So they also are carrying on her name, and some of them will still contact us and just say thank you, or we think about Amy, and just, you know, the impact that she has made on their lives too without them even knowing her.
Her legacy is so strong still with so many of us. I'll hear a certain song and I'll be like, oh, Amy's pushing me, she's pushing me.
Absolutely.
And she makes you want to be fearless and live your life and do the best you can every day, because she really lived such a full, amazing life.
She did.
She did. We had the 10-year, you had hosted the 10-year soiree for Amy's celebration of life. And it was amazing. And you had different foods to represent the different areas that Amy had visited and helped and did her work at. And it was a silent auction and a great celebration, and that story was magical.
It was. We were lucky enough to have people from all different points of her life there, from high school and college, graduate school. We received letters from families she had stayed with when she was in Guatemala, and we were able to share some of those letters as well. It was just so nice to have so many people from the different areas of her life be able to come back and reminisce. And it really was a celebration, which was our focus. We wanted to celebrate her life and what she did, but also what we have continued to be able to do since her passing.
Right. She amazes me how she still lives on, and you keep the foundation so strong and so fresh.
Thank you.
And with the whole executive board, I know they're working nonstop all the time.
Works so hard and is so committed. It's all volunteer time, and everyone puts so much effort into it to make it what it is. Plus, we have a huge community of support from all of the friends who donate and come to the golf outing and came to the celebration. I mean, it's really endless. It's not something that even we do alone. We couldn't do it without people like you and all of the many other friends that we have who really support us and the foundation.
So let's talk about, real quick, the details on the golf outing coming up. If anybody at home wants to be a part of this exciting event, it's one of the most organized events that I have attended, and a lot of fun. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Absolutely. The outing is coming up on Friday, July 17th at Bonnybrook Golf Course. It's in Waukegan, Illinois. We usually start registration at 11 o'clock and then a shotgun start at noon. You do not have to be a good golfer or even ever golf to golf in our outing. For some people, it's the only golf they do all year. some of our supporters are also avid golfers, so we have a great mix of people. You can also just come for the dinner if that is what works better with your schedule. We also accept donations for our raffles and silent auction.
Excellent, and thanks for all your hard work. And
Thank you so much.
Carrying on Amy's legacy. I always say, shed the chaos, keep the fun, and live the lifestyle you deserve with moms out there. But today I'm going to end it a little differently on a good note as a tribute to Amy. If the world were merely seductive, that would be easy. If it were merely challenging, that would be no problem. But I rise in the morning torn between a desire to improve the world and a desire to enjoy the world, and this makes it hard to plan the day. A quote by E.B. White. And what does that mean between you and Amy?
That was actually the quote on her bulletin board, when we went to go pick up her things from her room. And it just really, that's her. I mean, just this constant struggle. She was such a fun person, too. She really was. She found this great way to have fun and truly enjoy her life, but she gave so much to the world around her, and I know that was a constant internal struggle for her. When she was in her early 20s, a time when most people are going out and having fun and doing all these great things,
changing the world.
And she did do that, but she also did find a way to really make that be her purpose in life, to go out and help other people and try to make everyone else's lives better and more enjoyable.
I love that quote. It does say a lot about her. And,
it does.
And Amy is dearly, truly missed. And I don't know. She's one in a million that I was very honored to have her in my life the short time we did.
Thanks.
So thanks, moms. Thank Ann.
Thank you.
And make it a great Monday.